Hey gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Cory. I am at the State Fair of Texas. That's an EV, and yes, that is exhaust noise, all of that and more as I take you on a full tour of everything you can see here at the State Fair of Texas Auto Show. Stay tuned. All right, gearheads, I wasn't lying. There's my friend Big Tex. It is fair time in Texas. I am at the State Fair of Texas, most notably the auto show at the State Fair of Texas. And Big Tex is pointing the way. He knows exactly where he wants to go, and that is the Chevrolet booth. And we will start here in the truck zone. We'll work our way outside and then work our way into that sweet air conditioning on the inside. But I do want to start here with the ZR2s, the full family of ZR2s, where the road ends, adventure begins with Chevrolet ZR2. You can see we've got Silverado ZR2 AEV Bison. You've got ZR2 AEV Bison in the 2500. So not only do you get a light duty, you get a heavy duty ZR2 AEV Bison, and then you can get just the regular grade Silverado ZR2. And yes, even the Colorado offers a ZR2. They're actually the ones that initiated that option code ZR2. But there is your almost complete family. They could have brought the AEV Bison version of that Colorado, but tons of aftermarket accessories added onto those Bison versions from American Expedition vehicles, and lots of capability with the ZR2 line of pickup trucks. Standard through line between all of them. You've got that flow tie allowing air into the grill, allowing more pass-through cooling to the engines, whether it be the 6.6 diesel or the 2.7 four-cylinder or the 6.2 V8 or that 3-liter baby Duramax. And then as we come over here, some more light off-road vehicles from them. We've got the Traverse Z71, the first ever Traverse Z71. So we have an off-road ready trim of the big 3-row crossover people hauler. I really like the design of this. Keep the look of this Traverse in mind as we move just over here to the 25 Suburban and Tahoes. But boxier styling, more rugged, more masculine styling. This being the Z71, we get those tow hooks, LED lights up front, all-terrain tires on a smaller wheel than what you get on the luxury versions or the street-going versions. Really like the look of it, really boxy designs, really modernized for the modern era. This is a big 3-row people hauler. You can see we've got the 3rd row folded down right now, but plenty of room on the inside. Next step up in Chevy's SUV lineup would be the Tahoe. You can see here, again, keep this in mind when we get to Tahoe and Suburban. New gauge cluster design, full digital screens, very large freeform 17.7-inch display there for infotainment. That does still have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Chevrolet is only getting rid of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in their EVs, which is a perfect segue to these two pickup trucks right here on the stage in front of me. These are the Silverado EVs. This is the RST. This is the one they launched with right here. And this one is not an RST. You can tell the difference in the wheels. We'll kind of dive into that here in just a moment. I have a full video with an RST on the channel. I even compare an RST to a modern gas pickup truck in the 2025 Ram 1500 Tungsten. But you can see here, fully digital gauge cluster, all new design there. We've got that mid gate here that comes down 60/40, but also comes down 100%, including that back window that they're demonstrating right there. So you can fold it down 60/40 if you need just a little bit of extra room, but still need a rear cargo or rear passenger, or then you can fold the full midgate down and have tons of space as they demonstrate for us there. And then you can even flip up the load stop back here at the back to keep stuff from falling out. Now you've got like 11 feet of cargo carrying capability right here. It's truly amazing what Chevrolet has done with this pickup truck. And now here you can see we've got a lesser trim, still with the midgate, still with 4 110 plugs back here and a 240 plug, still with your multi-flex tailgate. So all kinds of capability here, even on this LT. So we are in an LT. We've got the gold badge on this one. You can see a big charge port door right here, still using the CCS, but they will be switching over to NACS soon enough. As we peek inside, little lesser on the interior than the RST. We don't get that red and blue stitching. I kind of like this a little bit better. The piping, oh no, you sound off. Go watch my RST video, or we'll just kind of peek in here to the red and blue stitching and the piping. Oh no, it's nice. Different looks at the same pickup truck. What do you like? Black or black? Which do you want? Black or black? But panning over here, these pickup trucks, these SUVs are built here in Texas, not too far from where I am currently standing. So we've got the new 25 Suburban and the new 25 Tahoe. The looks of these very much mimic that new design that we saw on the Traverse. The lighting pattern is the same and really just accentuates the big, bold size and style of this vehicle. You can see we are looking at the high country model, which is the most luxurious. You will know if you followed the channel for a while. My family and I just road tripped one of these 1,800 miles across the state of Texas in a high country. It was a 2024 model, so did not have the updated looks, the updated style. We had the 3-liter Duramax under the hood. Loved, loved, loved that powertrain. See high country badges there. And then again, look familiar from the last 2 Chevrolet vehicles we peeked inside. Same 17.7-inch display for infotainment, fully digital gauge cluster back there. Very similar layout and design in the dash as both the Silverado over there and the Traverse just over there. That is also true here in the Z71 Tahoe that we have. I really love this sage gray, cypress gray. Cypress gray is this color. It's got a little bit of blue, a little bit of green in it. I love it. I think this is perhaps my favorite color on the market right now. It looks good. It would match the new iPhone, what is it, Lakeshore Green, I believe. Yeah, really cool color. But again, 17.7-inch infotainment, freeform, fully digital screen there. The big news for Z71 for 2025 is not only the updated styling, but the fact that we can now get that Duramax diesel in a Z71. It's going to come a little bit later, but they reworked some of the ways that engine is packaged in a vehicle so that they could offer it on the Z71 and not compromise what Z71 stands for. So your approach, departure, breakover angle, those things really matter. And apparently that Duramax diesel had some issues fitting in a Z71 packaged vehicle prior to the 2025 refresh. So it's a little bit more than just updated tech on the inside and updated styling. We actually do get a new engine option, new engine choice. As we work our way to the back, we have new taillights back here. So we've gone white and clear with the taillights. These do, of course, illuminate red, LED taillights here, but I really do like that. And you can see, still get plenty of room back here in the back. Nice view all the way in there to the front of this Chevy Tahoe. As we pop out from Tahoe and Suburban under the cover right there, if you've been a long time here at the fair, you know they've reworked some stuff over here, but the same general layout. We've got some more pickup trucks here on the side. We've got Trail Boss Colorado. We've got Heavy Duty. This was actually launched here at State Fair last year. This was a 24 model. First time you saw it was here at the State Fair on that stage before they rebuilt it. And then again, this gray, cypress gray, my goodness, look at it in the sunlight. This is A stellar color. I love this. It is absolutely gorgeous. Cypress gray. That is the color to get. Kudos Chevrolet on this color. The first time I saw it was on the Chevy Trax. Now, I could go in through those blue doors right there, but where's the fun in that? That is the automotive building number 1, but let's stay outside with more trucks. Coming over here now into Fordland under the big blue sign. If you're hot, which it's nice and cool out today, but if you're hot at the state fair, you can cool off thanks to the F-150 Lightning with its Pro Power on board. Yes, that is right. The air conditioning, the power of this Lightning is actually cooling the cool zone right here. You can see they're still getting it ready, but it will be set up and going for you coming through at the fair. And then again, shown off to Texans for the first time last year at this event, the new 2024 pickup trucks, updated front end designs, lights, simplified packaging on these, 1 fuel tank size, changes payloads, but still give you options between the Power Boost, the Eco Boost, that 5-liter, and then you can even get that Raptor R with a V8 in it as well. But just a few different trims that you can look at across the board here. We've got the new heavy duties back here with their updated lighting package, like design, interior, all that fun stuff. But the Ford I really want to bring your attention to is past all of this. We've got their Transit. It's the new 2025 Maverick. No, I'm not talking about this black one. This is what they used to look like. So we'll take a quick look at the front end, the headlights, and see exactly what they changed as we come up to this blue one right here. This one is the Lobo edition, and so it's showing off some stuff unique to this trim, but it also shows off the new style for 2025. This Lobo has these awesome wheels leaning very heavily into street truck culture, but take a look at those updated headlights. So a little less Ranger headlight and a little more, I don't know, GMC headlight on this with that C-channel light around the front. Just an updated, modernized look to keep this fresh, even though I still don't think Ford has caught up to the demand on this popular little compact truck. I think it is very popular, and I think trims like this Lobo kind of leaning into street truck culture a little bit more, especially with those wheels, that updated grille. Really gonna do a number for the popularity and the staying power of this pickup truck. Again, I don't think Ford has caught up to demand yet. Moving over here from Ford, we've got GMC, we've got the Hummer EV. We've tested a few of these. I've been behind the wheel of a few of these. I took the SUV off-road. There's some things I really love about these vehicles, and yeah, they're just insane vehicles for on-road, for off-road. You can see with these wheels here, this is more the on-road spec. These are 22-inch wheels. You can see we've got all-terrain tires, but it's not quite the same as what you get with the extreme off-road. These are 18s. This is the spec I would get. Definitely get the extreme off-road. Stay away from those 22s unless you never plan on leaving the pavement. But what I really want to bring your attention to is up here on stage, Joe and Lori Rady from Rady's Rides. They're checking it out right now. So I showed you Tahoe and Suburban. This is GMC's entry into the full-size SUV segment. This is the new Denali. I've got a full video going in detail on what they updated on this one, but much like the Silverado or the Tahoe and Suburban, updated looks outside, updated interiors on the inside, new screens, new everything. And in fact, we're going to show you what the inside looks like by looking at the inside of Sierra EV. So this is the new design direction of GMC on the inside, tablet style, very large display here, full digital screen here. But GMC is kind of breaking mold with General Motors vehicles, where all Chevrolets are doing wide screens. GMC is doing tall screens. They're kind of breaking from company culture on that one and giving a more premium look. That is absolutely massive when compared to, say, the Ford F-150 Lightning. Much bigger screen. I think it's like 16.8 inches, whereas the Ford deals with a measly 15-inch screen. You can see the interior, this being the Denali, very nice interior, front and back. Of course, we get the midgate, just like I showed you on Silverado EV. What do you think about the look of this one? You can see this is a Denali Edition 1 for $99,495. The RST Silverado, which is nowhere near as luxurious as this, we tested one for $96,000. So for $3,000 more, I think this is the truck I would get of the two. This is quite impressive when it comes to its looks. The interior on it is much more welcoming and inviting. I think the overall package works for me a little bit better. I have interviewed Nicole Kratz, lead engineer of the Silverado EV, multiple times, but I don't know. Kind of like the Sierra EV a little bit better. You sound off down in the comments about which you prefer. As we pan around over here, a little wayfinding, there's our Fords again. I didn't completely bypass Ford, but you can see all the F-150s right there. They're near tailgate. 47 years of being the best selling in Texas. As we come around here, now we can take a look at, this is the first time I'm seeing it, the new Terrain. So yes, the baby GMC in the lineup. This is on the same platform as the Chevy Equinox, which got updated for 2025. So yes, of course, we get updated looks here on the Terrain. This is the Denali version. Chrome up front, very familiar style lines up front, boxier look, and I don't know, very classy. I think it works. Sound off in the comments. I really like the wheels on this one. Really clean, really classy, really upscale. And then just overall very clean look. I really like the Denali trim. I love this blue color. This one is all-wheel drive, so it uses that 1.5 turbo 4 under the hood. Being all-wheel drive, we get a 9-speed transmission. Let's see our details right here. No, we don't have powertrain details, but yeah, this is my first time even seeing this in person. I even like the little marker lamps above the wheels there. That is a very nice touch above both the front and the rear wheels. So very clean look there. And then we'll peek inside because it's locked, but again, you see that very tall tablet-like display. You see a full digital cluster behind the steering wheel. Very familiar styling to what we're seeing in the other vehicles in the lineup. So very nice setup there on the small Terrain, which takes styling from the next size up Acadia. So here we've got the AT4 version, and then the Denali version that matches up with the Denali version of the Terrain. Same color. You can see, I think I like the style of the Terrain better than the Acadia. Acadia just seems a little watered down and safe to me. It very much reminds me of Grand Highlander, and I don't know, I like it. It's good enough. You sound off in the comments what you think of the overall design. I've got a full video highlighting an AT4, but here we are with the Denali. Again, you see that tall screen, full digital cluster. I do love the interior when looking at it from a user perspective. You've got this cool stitching that really sets it apart. This interesting design pattern here, heated and ventilated front seats, and I like the dual tone that we aren't just going a sea of black on the inside. We get captain's chairs back here in the back. We get a third row. This has grown a little bit over the model it replaces. If you remember, GMC shrank the Acadia for its second generation. Now here in this third generation, they're bringing it more in line with the Traverse again, bringing it up in size. So there you go. You've got the two main variants of Acadia. GMC bosses have said something like 75% of their vehicles either wear a Denali badge or an AT4 badge. And so they are leaning into that even more. That's what they show off at the state fair. That's what they bring to show, and that's really a bulk of their models. Here we are looking at the new Yukon. Again, the new updated screen tech, that very big screen. This one's an AT4 Ultimate. So we've got a lot of cool stuff in here, kind of like the Denali Ultimate. This is the ultimate package for the off-roader. Really like the interior. I don't know, would you buy an AT4 Ultimate over a Denali Ultimate? They're both really cool. You can see the Territory AT wheels, 20-inch wheels. I really wish they had put an 18 on this, especially if they're going to call it the AT4 Ultimate. I think that Ultimate leans more towards the luxury than the off-road ability, but still a very cool truck. I'll let the Radies continue showing off that Denali up there, but I'll show you around this 2025 AT4 Ultimate here on the inside, because very, very nice look and updates for the 25 model year. That screen is just massive. I really like it. That's really cool. Full digital screen back there. Captain's chairs back here. Improved third row back in the back. But there is a GMC for you. Of course, we've got the Canyon right here. This one's a Denali. We've got the AT4X. AEV edition. We just tested one of those. I'm in love with this truck. I want this truck. I would take it in any color that they offer it. We got compliments in this red when we had just the AT4 in it. I think this is my new favorite truck. If I had to buy something right now, that may be it. I really like it. Sierra Denali Ultimate, Sierra Denali HD. So nice, so very luxurious on the inside. But I have to show you something special over here at Toyota before they take it away, because it is not going to be here for the duration of the fair. They only have a handful of these making their publicity rounds around the United States. This is the new Forerunner from Toyota, and you can see it is leaving us. So this is perhaps the first time outside of the launch event that you are seeing it in motion on the internet. Not a lot of motion has been captured on these. They did show it off on the beach in California when they launched it, but here we've got it at the state fair. I do believe it's going to be here for a little while, opening weekend at least, but yes, here it is in the new TRD Pro specific color for 2025. This is called Mud Bath. I have a full video taking a tour around this when it was on my off-road proving grounds at Toyota Jamboree in Gilmer, Texas at Barnwell Mountain. But yes, you can see the off-road package of this one being the TRD Pro. We've got those amber running lights up front. Really, really, really like the look of it. They're moving it into a better parking spot than where they had it. So I do think it's going to be here just a little bit longer than originally planned. I'm hoping that more of you get to see it. They're trying their best to get these around the country, to get them in front of as many people as possible. State Fair Texas is an absolute excellent way to do it. And you can see it is right in line with the rest of the TRD Pro family. We've got the Sequoia TRD Pro. We've got Tundra TRD Pro, and then we've got new Land Cruiser over here. This looks like it's the first edition. So lots of off-road vehicles and things to see here at the State Fair. And last but not least, Tacoma TRD Pro in the new color for 2024 models, like that Sequoia we saw on the other side. This is Terra. So this is the 2024 specific TRD Pro color. This vehicle, the first time I got to see it was here last year. Now I'm gonna get to drive this tomorrow, actually. So I'm very much looking forward to getting to drive these at the Texas Auto Riders Texas Truck Rodeo. As we come around here, you can see the guys from Texas Truck Channel. They'll be out there as well. They've got some awesome Toyota content. They have a new Ranger right now that they just got after trading in their TRD off-road Tacoma. So they've got a lot of mid-sized truck opinions, thoughts, firsthand experience. So definitely go check out their channel. But over here, they've already moved a lot of vehicles from the press conferences earlier. A lot of stuff shifting and moving here. But the one thing that they really wanted to talk about and show off is this guy right here. It's the new TRD Rally edition of the Tundra. So we've got all this rally striping on the outside. It's based off of the SR5 model. You can see we've got the 18-inch wheels with the rally caps on it. We've got the rally stripe here on the side with the profile on the red stripe. And then we've got more rally stripes back on the back. So lots of accents. This is basically the off-road SR5 model. If you want a lot of fun without breaking the bank in a big pickup truck, this may be the option for you. You can see, yeah, prototype on the door. They've got it locked up, but we know about what to expect here because we've driven several Tundras. As we come around to the backside of the off-road display, you can see they've finally got the Forerunner in its place right next to Sequoia. You can see the family resemblance from Sequoia to Forerunner. It really does look like a shrunk down Sequoia, but pays homage to the outgoing generations of Forerunner. Really like this back window right here. So yes, definitely go check out my standalone video. So yeah, that is the new Forerunner. Definitely love that. We're just gonna fix that right there because there we've got that school in Austin. We'll just go ahead and rectify that situation. But as we move around the Toyota booth, lots more to see here. As you go all the way back, they've got all the different colleges in Texas represented. But I want to move over here to Ram and Jeep, Stellantis, because we have got a lot of pickup trucks out here at the Stellantis booth. And I say this is Ram and Jeep because it is Ram and Jeep. We've got heavy duties next to Gladiators, next to Wranglers, next to Grand Cherokees, and we've got all kinds of good stuff coming down the runway here in the Ram Jeep booth. You can see here we've got new Grand Cherokee, we've got the Wrangler, we've got 2025 Ram 1500s with that new look. This is that Tradesman, it's the base model, but still LED lights across the board. And then here under the tent with the lights, with the fans, keeping you cool, we've got some fun stuff to see. We'll start at the right and work our way across because Jeep has reabsorbed the Wagoneer brand. This is now a Jeep product, even though when it launched, they tried to make Wagoneer its own brand. Body on frame SUV, built off the Ram platform, meant to compete with Tahoe, Suburban, Yukon, Denali, and Cadillac Escalade, and yes, Expedition and Navigator from Ford. But then over here, this is the future of Jeep and Wagoneer. This is the Wagoneer S, fully electric crossover from Jeep. So still with that 7-slot grille up front, but we don't need to feed air to a gasoline engine anymore. So we have a digital light bar with light elements going all the way across the front. Really cool look and very luxurious on the inside. Jeep has really become America's Range Rover, and I think they're really leaning into that with this vehicle. $1,000 red leather package on this one, so very nice look. The red leather is more expensive than the $500 silver paint job on this one. I do have a full video diving into this one, but this launch edition, $78,000, which is very luxurious for what you get. I think this is actually a very good value in the BEV market, in the electric vehicle market, because there's a lot of luxury provided here with this one and a lot of range and aerodynamics. You can see this design element was done on purpose. So we've got an SUV coupe-like overall proportion, but when you look at the side design, it looks more like a traditional boxy SUV back in the back. So you get the best of both worlds, I guess. You get the aerodynamics of the SUV coupe, but you get the cool looks, the boxy looks that you have come to know with traditional Jeep SUVs. Over here, don't call it the TRX replacement. This is the Ram 1500 RHO. So think of it as TRX Lite because it uses all the same off-road components that the TRX used, all the same wheels, the suspension, the Bilstein adaptive dampers. It's pretty much a TRX underneath, but gone is that 702 horsepower supercharged Hemi V8 under the hood. Now we get a twin turbo Hurricane high output, making over 500 horsepower, over 500 pound-feet of torque. This really will compete against the standard F-150 Raptor, not the Raptor R that was sort of spawned because Ram launched the TRX. Follow? Yeah, we're good there. Coming to the inside, I think Ram does interiors really good. I would put these right up next to the Denali line from GMC. It really is a toss-up between those two brands in my book, but I think Ram still wins out with interiors because we have a 60/40 split bench, reclining rear seat. I really like the reclining rear seats, and that is not exclusive just to this RHO, but I do have a full video taking you on a tour of this one just a little bit more. That is it for the truck zone over here. I'm gonna speed walk over and show you the one last outdoor booth with Nissan because I did bring something special to the show. So I've worked my way down from the main truck zone and that whole area down there to Nissan at the end of the automotive building. It's Thrill Street down here. They've got a lot of fun stuff to see, including the new Rogue, but we're gonna get into that as we get further into the booth. What I'm really excited about is right up here in front and then back in the back of their display. I really like the design of this new Kicks. I'm really loving the colors that they're offering this in. It really stands out. This is set to compete against a vehicle like the Chevy Trax that I really love here on the channel. Like, I really love the Trax on the channel. I think it's affordable. I think it checks a lot of boxes. This looks so much better. I did not expect this from Nissan, and I love it. I am here for it. I'm gonna get to drive one very soon and see what they're like behind the wheel. But unlike the Chevy Trax, you can get all-wheel drive in these, so they will be perhaps a little bit more expensive. I don't have those pricing numbers right off the top of my head. And they do, again, offer some fun options. So these are the SR, the sportier trim, and you can see we've got the red roof contrasting against the gray paint on this one versus a black roof contrasting against this really cool blue. Really, really like it. Okay, I said we were gonna talk Rogue. Let's talk Rogue. This is the new Rock Creek version of the Rogue. So we've seen Rock Creek on Pathfinder. We've tested a couple of them. We like them, fair enough, but the Rogue is the brand's bestseller. So why not use that off-road treatment on your best-selling vehicle? RAV4 from Toyota has an off-road trim. So it just makes sense to bring that to the Rogue, the brand's best-selling. And that means, well, yes, a lot of black up front. We get the Pathfinder 3 notches in the grille. Those are not functional notches, but they do pay homage to the 80s Pathfinders of yore. A reworked front fascia, but generally same headlights and light treatments all the way around. And then we get updated wheel tire package. We can get these Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain trail tires. You get your Rock Creek badging. You get your roof rails that I know support 220 pounds on the Pathfinder. Don't have that specifically here in front of me. And then on the inside, just like Pathfinder Rock Creek, we get the orange stitching, all the orange accents against the not leather and cloth interior. Whew, it is quite warm in that one. All the updated tech, but not the top of the line tech here in this one. So don't expect this to be a platinum on the inside, but it is still a nice, well-equipped option for those seeking adventure and excitement from their crossover. So Chevrolet has the active version of their new 2025 Equinox. This segment, you better keep an eye on it. It's starting to heat up. The off-road compact and subcompact crossovers. Now, for the first time, to Texas public with my friends Tia and Kelly back there in the background. Go check out their stuff. Dallas Single Mom for Tia and All Terrain Nation for Kelly and her husband. But here, the new Pathfinder, the new Armada, not Pathfinder, that's Pathfinder. Almost called it a Pathfinder Armada. This is the new Armada. We recently had the outgoing Armada here on the channel and loved it for its simple, no-nonsense V8. And it's just ease of use. You could just get in it and use it. The seats were big and comfortable, like a friend's Barker Lounger. This is modernizing that quite a bit. So gone is the V8. We get a turbocharged V6 under the hood. We get styling, again, reminiscent of the old Pathfinder with those 3 little notches above the grille. This is the Pro 4X. So we have not ever had a Pro 4X version of the Armada here in the States. This is sold globally as the Nissan Patrol. So it is a tried and true platform that has been around, but this is modernized and updated. I really like the slab-sidedness of this. It's very tall and vertical. It's not over-styled here on the sides. Absolutely killer looks. I think it is going to do well both here domestically and internationally. As we open it up, Pro 4X is known for all the orange contrasting stitching and all the different materials in here. I am here for this. I'm really liking this interior. You can see we have a 2-person memory driver's seat. We've got multi-way positional driver's seat, and then a very nice upscale interior. So this is the largest Pro 4X vehicle you can get now, with the unfortunate demise of the Titan pickup truck. As we pan around to the gauges and infotainment, full digital screen, modern look up here, very modern, classy, straight line design. No, we don't get the massive tablet style that we saw in that GMC Yukon AT4, but we still get very large and in-charge media and infotainment. Coming to the second row, you can see we have a bench seat, but it's a 40-20-40 bench seat that folds and reclines and does what I really like. I wish Yukons, Denali's, Tahoe Suburbans did this. So huge kudos to Nissan for this. This is a game changer for parents that still have kids in car seats but want to use the third row. So you don't have to take a car seat out, but you still get a full functioning forward-facing seat there so that you can get into the back. So that was a very welcome surprise. You saw me finding out for it for the very first time right here on camera. I love that. That is a game-changing option for parents. And then something I really liked on the last Armada, just how thin the doors are. It's not overly complex or complicated. We don't have huge, massive door cards, which you think, okay, well, why does that matter? Well, it makes the most of the interior space on the inside. And now as we come around back here to the back, you can really see just how big and spacious this vehicle is. You can see 3 rows of seats, so it's 2, 3, 3. So 8 total seats in this one as it's spec'd. I would imagine, even though that 40-20-40 split seat, that looks a little narrow, I could imagine that you could probably still get 3 car seats across in this. We do have top tethers all the way across, even back here in the back, though I'm not climbing through here in this video, researching all of that. You do have all your fold functionality right here. You can raise and lower the vehicle from back here, so that is a nice touch. We get a little bit of extra storage, and I mean a little bit extra storage back here, but all around very nice. We even have a little bit of power back here in the back. So very nice, very good update, yet to be seen how it handles off-road or even on-road. I have yet to drive it. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, very nice, very upscale, modern look for the Armada. And then you can see this Pro 4X gets Yokohama Geolandar all-terrain tires. They are very greased up, but yes, very nice on black wheels. Get a fender vent there that does, in fact, look to be functional. Can I? No, it's fake. Sorry to get your hopes up, but there you have it. That is the Pathfinder, the Armada. That front end is just throwing me off because they stole it from the Armada, or the Pathfinder to the Armada. I'll get all my Nissan straight here in just a moment. But yeah, that is Nissan, their booth, their Thrill Street booth, right outside of the automotive building. So now I've gotten a little warm. I've done quite a bit of walking today. We are gonna go straight from Nissan right here to where we actually started this video with that EV making some exhaust noise. And so yes, we paint around here to the automobile building and we come into Stellantis, and my goodness, that cold air just hits you like an Arctic blast. We've got a few John Deere vehicles set up here. Not quite sure what's going on here, but we've got some John Deeres. And then what I want to spend just a little bit of time on, this is going to be huge. This is the battery electric hybrid Ram Charger chassis. So what you're seeing here is a 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 that is not mechanically connected to the wheels at all in this vehicle, because as you can see right here, we have a CCS charge port, lots of high voltage cables for this massive battery right here. We do get a nice fuel tank and an electric motor back here in the back, electric motors up front. What is this? This is the cab, or the chassis, for the upcoming Ram Charger. It is a hybrid system of the best variety. That 3.6 liter V6 is actually just a range extender, a generator, if you will. As I said, it is not connected to any of the wheels. Its sole purpose is adding power to those batteries so that you can drive further. That is a smaller battery than what you will get in the fully electric Ram pickup truck when it hits the streets. Something about 150 miles, but it'll be more than enough for a standard commute. And then some, and when you run out, well, yes, there is a fuel tank right there to recharge everything. So this is going to be game-changing. If you remember Chevrolet's Volt plug-in hybrid vehicle, same general principle, but here we are doing it in a pickup truck platform. Ram says their customers said, EVs have to adapt to me, not me to an EV. So that's exactly what we're seeing here. I think we should see pretty big adoption of this platform, especially more so than the full electric. As we pan around, you can see we've got, yes, another truck in here. This is a 2025, but where I started the video is here with the Charger Daytona. This is the Scat Pack, and it does have that Fretsonic chambered exhaust that you heard at the very beginning. I'll go ahead and put a little clip of it up close and personal. It is a exhaust on electric vehicle. There's so much fun stuff about this. The attitude adjustment lighting on the inside, I'd say the interior is perhaps the best in the segment, which now I guess just includes the Mustang, but maybe GR Supra. I don't know if you want to include that because GR Supra does not have a back seat. This does. This has a very usable back seat for adults. And I don't know if I could get into it just now, but surprisingly enough, this is not a trunk, it is a hatchback. So think 4th gen F-body Camaro Firebird and all the usability that you got there. This is even more usable than that because we have a hatchback with a fold flat rear seat. This is an infinitely practical vehicle And oh yeah, it's a full-fledged muscle car that'll do 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, all-wheel drive, and it'll wake up the neighbors if you want to as well. Very cool. And just like we saw on the Jeep Wagoneer S, we've got that same kind of design here for aerodynamics. All electric versions of the Charger will feature this front end because without a gas engine under the hood, they're able to improve the aerodynamics and give you this front wing that allows air to pass better around the front of the vehicle without compromising the overall style. So from certain angles, this won't look any different than the upcoming hurricane-powered six-pack, as they've dubbed it, but we still get that aerodynamic pass-through up front. Very cool, very interesting, very unique. And then, of course, we are saying goodbye now to the Hemi through the Durango. The Durango is the last vehicle you can get new on the showroom floor with a Hemi. So if you want one, snag one. This is an SRT 392, last call, final edition. I can't remember what they're calling it, but there is that, which is interestingly placed next to these two all-electric Fiat 500Es, and the Inspired by Beauty, I believe, is the pink one, and the red edition is the red one. And I very much hope to get some seat time in one of these Italian commuter cars. They look to be a lot of fun. Moving through Toyota, we're going to move rapidly here, but I mentioned GR Supra, their two-door, two-seat sport car, their GR86, their two-door, four-seat sports car, but with a four-cylinder made by Subaru. Then their GR Corolla. I didn't show you outside because I think they'd already moved it, but now offering an automatic transmission. New 2025 Camry, new Prius. The Prius Prime name is now gone, and it is now referred to as plug-in hybrid. So let's see, is that what this one is? It's what it looks like from the wheels. Well, it's the Prime, but for 2025, Prius Prime will now be known as plug-in hybrid. Same goes with RAV4 Prime. You can see more vehicles over here, lots of new Toyotas for you to see. Corolla, Corolla Cross, Corolla Hatch, Corolla Sedan, new Camry. I really like how the front grille on this one is black. The one we tested for a week on the channel had a body color grille in this same paint color. I think I like the contrast of the black better, but you can see here, this white one is all white. What do you think this one would look like with a black grille? I don't know. Just give me a little contrast up front. But we've got the red interior on that XSE, and then we've got a base model SE or LE over here. We've got more RAV4s, we have another Prius, RAV4, RAV4, and then Highlander. Highlander is celebrating 25 years. Somewhere around here, because they've already moved it, they have a 25th anniversary edition that they're showing off. We've got new Siennas down here. Hopefully these are the new 2025 models. We will peek inside and see if they are with the updated tech. No, these look like 24 models. So unfortunately, we don't get to see the new interiors in person just yet, but Toyota is updating the tech interior, giving us the new infotainment system and a Toyota First, which again, I don't know why I'm showing you. This one doesn't have it, and there really isn't anything to see anyway, but their ultrasonic passenger detection that they will launch with Sienna, which will tell you if there is a person in the vehicle after it has been locked and the key is no longer with it. All right, moving into Buick. This is their new flagship product. This is the Enclave in Avenir. I'll get it right, but this is the top trim. Think of it as the Denali line, but for Buick. Very classy look for the Enclave Avenir. So Traverse, which we started with, new look for 2025. GMC Acadia, new look, and now we've got new look for the Buick version, the last of the vehicles built on this platform, Cadillac XT6. We're yet to see that, but they have shown us the electric equivalent of that with the Vistic, so very curious. I really love the interior on this one. I think this has got the best interior of the bunch. So we've got all this cream, but navy. You know, we had a Lexus with cream and navy interior. I swooned over it, loved it. And here we get that now in a Buick. Yes, this is a Buick. We also get the navy steering wheel and steering column. So lots of very cool accents here on this one. All the cream accents, the Avenir and the headrest, bucket seats back here, captain's chairs back here, and then a third row 3-person seat back in the back. Really like all the blue accents, and very nice wheel package on this one as well. So very clean, very tidy look. I don't know if it's my favorite exterior of the bunch, but it is absolutely my favorite interior. You can see it does wear the new corporate face of Buick. This is the Encore, which kind of launched that look. And around here, we've got another Encore Avenir Envision, another Envision Avenir Envista, another Envista, another Enclave. So lots of Buick crossovers. That's all we get from the Buick brand here stateside now. This is the ST trim. You can see not as beautiful interior. It's all blacked out, but very, very nice interior here on this ST version. Coming over to the front of the Buick, here we've got the Envista Avenir, the Envista ST. Both of these are mechanical siblings to the Chevy Trax. And you know, if you've watched this channel for a while, I love this vehicle. Maxes out for under $30,000. Gives you all the stuff you want at an affordable price. Fully digital infotainment, digital screen, plenty of room in all seats in this one. Nice flat floor. They did compromise its traction ability. The Trax it replaces for 22 offered all-wheel drive, but this is bigger, roomier, but only offers front-wheel drive. It's how they kept the price down. Like I said, it is mechanically similar to those two Envista models, but those have more of an SUV coupe-like look, whereas this has a more traditional SUV look. Those are also more luxurious. You can get a power hatch and some nicer amenities on the Envista. Interesting that Chevy brought this here. This is a Chevy Bolt, but it is through their partnership, their brand that they have purchased, actually, Cruise. It is a completely self-driving vehicle. That's what all the cameras and stuff are on the top. But yes, a completely driverless taxi. Very interesting to be sitting next to a Chevrolet Corvette. We've got a couple versions here, including what my guys over at Seize the Speed are checking out with this Z06. This thing is nuts with its flat plane crank V8. And I really, really, really want to get behind the wheel of one of those. And then again, a little juxtaposition. We've got Trailblazer. We've got Blazer EV, which is not to be confused with. And go ahead and do the pan, So Blazer EV, Blazer gas. They share some switchgear, but yeah, they're not the same vehicle. So unlike what other brands are doing, where tacking EV means simply changing out the propulsion system, this is a completely separate vehicle. Then Chevrolet's new entry into electrification. We showed that Bolt earlier back there, but Bolt is not currently in production, but this Equinox EV is. This is the most affordable 300+ mile EV you can get in America right now. Really like it in this red. It really pops. It's an RS, so you get all these black accents. And just like Blazer and Blazer EV, this shares nothing mechanically, even body panel wise, with the gas version. This is the new 2025 Equinox EV, or Equinox Gas, Equinox EV. And much like the Terrain Denali we saw outside, or the so this shares a platform with that Terrain Denali we saw outside. and it is also in line with that Rogue Rock Creek we saw. So this is the active trim. It is set to compete against that Rogue. So very cool, interesting looks here. I have a tour of all trims of this, the LT and the RS, but not this active trim just yet. You can see full digital gauges and infotainment. I like the contrasting seats in this with this cactus green on the outside. The white roof looks really cool. Then I showed you at the Chevy booth earlier, this is another 2025 Suburban. I had to get far enough around the side just to see how long it was. But yes, the new updated Suburban, really liking this blue-green color. Really reminds me of what Camaro offered in the 96-97 model year. Again, full digital gauge screen up there. I like the light colored interior. Wonder how that would wear with a 6-year-old like I have at home. Here you can see this looks to be the RST version, though I don't see any RST badges on it. But again, another 2025 model. That updated grille, updated looks on the front, updated interior on the inside. Yeah, this says RST, but we are not getting those big RST badges around on it. But I could tell from the blacked out Tahoe, those big wheels, and I'm sure we will have an RST. Yep, boom, there on the tailgate. Also interesting back here on the back, we couldn't show you on the models outside and they were dark anyway, but the black panel here underneath the rear window connecting the taillights, which are now smoked for the new model year. You can see even on that blue one just over there, the updated hatch look of it. I like it better than the awkward chrome strip they were giving us on the 24s and newer. So very clean look. That being a Premier, slots underneath that High Country we saw outside. The RST is a little more dark, dark luxury, if you will, with our leather seats and all the dark interior. Last but not least, in this building, we have the rest of the Ford vehicles on display, and then we're going to pop into the second automobile building here at the State Fair of Texas. Again, this is the outgoing Ford Maverick, and coming over here, this is the 2025 Ford Maverick. This is an XLT opposed to that Lobo I showed you outside. Cleaned up look, just a little more modern design up front, more modern interior as well, bigger screens, bigger tech. Unfortunately, this one's behind bars, so I can't show that to you. New Ranger, still wanting to get some time in one of those. And then we've got the Escape, the new 2025 Explorer. We've got Mach-E's of several different varieties. We've got Broncos, we've got Escapes. Yeah, tons of fun stuff to see here. But that is not all of the automotive content. We still have one more building to go check out. All right, gearheads, just across the reflecting pond there in the middle there, that's the automobile building I was just in for a little bit of wayfinding. Nissan is just over there, but now we're coming into the Centennial building where we've got more vehicles. This is the Hall of Transportation. We're gonna pop in here and see what we have on display. This is generally where they put the more high-end vehicles and have more luxury brands. As we walk through the doors, that cool air meets me right at the beginning. But yes, as I anticipated, Lucid is here with their Air electric sedans. I've sampled one of these. They are truly insane, mind-blowing. The vehicle I had was at a media event, the Midwest Automotive Media Association, or MAMA event, and they had barf bags in the back. So crazy, blistering fast acceleration, but vehicle startup brand Lucid. Very interesting. We've got the Kia EV6 and EV9 electric vehicles back behind it. Very similar curvaceous styling there on the EV6, more boxy style on the EV9. But the new Kia family of brands, the design language is changing, as you can see here with the new 2024 Sorento, the new 2023 and newer Telluride design, the Seltos here in the middle. I got an update for the modern era, and then the Kia Forte. Got to get my Kia models right. The Kia Forte is gone, and I thought, yep, there it is, the K4. So this is their new compact Civic and Corolla fighter. I've had some content with this already on the channel from the New York Auto Show, I believe it was, and from a special viewing in Detroit. And then the K5, this is the Camry Accord fighter. So that got an update. We saw that in Chicago. We've got Sportage, and then another Sorento, this being the X Pro version. I'm actually going to get to drive one of these potentially tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Kia Soul, Kia Carnival over there. I'm still waiting for my first week-long loan of the Kia Carnival. Very, very much looking forward to spending some more time with this. Again, that Detroit event where I got K4 content, I also got Carnival content, and we also saw it at its Chicago Auto Show debut alongside the new K5 that I showed you moments ago. Then we've got more Nissan vehicles here in the air conditioning. We've got Frontiers, we've got Rogues, we've got Pathfinders, we've got some conversion vans just past there. VW, Volkswagen is here with the Atlas, with the GTI, with the Jetta, and just their stable of new vehicles. Nothing really outstanding here. I'm yet to really fall in love with VW. I really wish, oh, I do see it. I was gonna say, the vehicle I really want to see, I don't, but I just caught a sight of it. But I did want to show you, this is the peak edition of the Atlas. So let's see if I can find it. No, oh, there we go. We've got the Rock Creek Pathfinder right there. What Rock Creek did for the Pathfinder, we are getting here with the Atlas on this peak edition, so even down to the orange accents. But this is the most exciting VW here. This is the ID Buzz. I just did a podcast interview with Mercedes and Andy Lilienthal, who took one of these on a Baltic Sea Circle rally, a not even a time speed distance, a fun for all rally in the Baltic Sea region. And they were driving the European spec, which is shorter wheelbase, lower power, lower range. We get the long wheelbase version like you see here with a bigger battery. And I'm very excited about this, but I'm a little worried that the range is just too low for 2024, almost 2025. You can see we've got the matching interior to the exterior, even down to the seats. Really wonder how that's going to wear over time. I'm seeing a lot of black on those seats, but a very cool. Power sliding doors here. Captain's chairs, a very flat floor because that's where the battery is on this all-electric vehicle. So no fold into the floor seating, but still usable space all the way around. A very big boxy design. I'm very interested in this vehicle. Cannot wait to get some time with one. But yes, that is very much on my wish list. I just saw this as I was painting around to show you the Pathfinder. I'm glad they brought more than one trim here. This is the new Armada. This is the top trim. So we had the Pro 4X outside. This is, I believe it's platinum grade. Very much more on the luxury bent side of things, very big wheels and tires. And then as we peek on the inside, very different interior, more luxurious. I love the color of these quilted leather seats, heated, ventilated, very big center console there that really makes you feel like you're piloting a warship. It is an Armada after all. Tons of room on the inside. I've loved this platform historically. Can't wait to get to sample this one for a drive event. But yes, the Platinum Reserve trim here of the new Armada. We could get a little bit better look, a little more room around this one here in the building, a little more air-conditioned experience as well. Really, really like the profile, the design of this. Again, this is the Nissan Patrol worldwide, but here it is the Armada for us. Then we've got their, not Leaf replacement, but Leaf addition to their electric lineup, the Aria EV. I don't currently see a Leaf here, so this is the only EV they have on display. We've got another Kicks over there. We've got Sentras and the like. And then we've got Honda over here. It does look like we are going to end this tour with Honda. We've got the Pilot Trail Sport. We've got the Prologue. This is a fully electric vehicle built in partnership with General Motors. It is a Blazer EV in new skin with some of the shortcomings not affecting this. So this still does get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, where the Chevy counterpart does not. I really like the styling of it, but there's some very familiar Chevrolet switchgear on the inside. Ooh, you absolutely need to come to the fair and sign up for this. It is a motorized suitcase, the Moto Compacto. So definitely scan that QR code, try and win this guy, because it is a lot of fun. And then we have a World Champion Edition Texas Rangers Honda Civic from the North Texas Honda dealers, and then their CRV. Does look like the rest of the Centennial building is booths for vendors and such. So that is where I leave this tour in the Centennial building with Honda. That is a quick look. It's a lot of walking, but a quick look at everything on display, automotive related, in the two automobile buildings and the truck zone outside at the 2024 State Fair of Texas. If you want to see more from us, more in-depth stuff from some of the vehicles here, hit the subscribe button down below, ring the bell so you are notified when those videos drop. Find us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it. Everything is at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for me, from the State Fair of Texas, until next time, Gearheads, bye.